Yep. Hi, everyone. We are here again. Yep, I said we are here again on another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Yes, as I mentioned last night, I will be the new host because this lady back here, she was the host for the past 9 episodes. No, 9.5 season. She was the host. Now I will be the host. So as you can see, every now and then she will pop up because every now and then she want to whisper in my ears to tell me what to do. No, honey, I'm taking over from now. I'm taking over because we are in the season of abundance and overflow. We are in the season of upgrading. We are in the season of updating. We are in the season of accepting excessive amount of blessing. We are in the season of reaping. We are in the season of rewarding. And if we put in, we shall reward, honey. Whatever you put in, know that this is the season to be rewarded. So if you put in negativity, you are going to be rewarded negativity. If you put in positivity, you are going to be rewarded positivity. Whatever you put in, this is the season of reaping and rewarding. So let us be careful. Well, whatever you sow is already sown. So whatever you sowing right now, make sure that it is on fertile ground because you are going to be rewarded. This 2024, it is not just a year, it is a season. It is a season to rewind, replenish, reunite, rejoin. It is the re-season, and we want to get in it, and we want to get that which we put in. Me for sure. I am putting my basket up, my bucket up, my box up, my bag up, all of that, so I could get my reward in. Yes, indeed. I'm putting in my container so I could get my overflow. Honey, let me tell you something. I'm in position. I'm in position to get my overflow, and that which I put in, I know definitely I'm going to get. Yes, indeed. I don't live to do negative things, and I don't live to encourage negative things, negative behavior as well. If you are in the negative, it is time to make some form of upgrade or adjustment. Yes, indeed. You know when they say, "Oh, I'm in the negative," simply mean you in the minus. You down there, you lacking something. So even if you go to your bank and like, "Oh, you're in the minus," hello, that means you're overjoyed. You did too much of something. So here we are on the Question Live Show. We want to jump in here and we want to say that this is a space where we come on in and we talk about it. We talk about it, yes, indeed. We talk about it because I always bring up my girl back here because she made some stuff up in here and she told me some stuff up in here, and I'm going according to what she told me. But of course, I am here with an upgrade to drop in some things by myself without her. Yes, indeed. So every now and then she pop on the screen, but we are here together, right? Because we merge in, we upgrade, and here I am showing up in full-blown big version of myself, the biggest version so far. I took a big risk on myself, and this is the biggest version that you are going to see this time right now. Because the best version is yet to be unfolded. Yep, the best version of me is yet to unfold. So I took the big risk to say I'm going towards that best version of myself. Honey, this is where the platform where we said we want everyone to evolve into their authentic self. Yes, this is our motto over here. Will we evolve into our authentic self? What is your authentic self? It is not about you sitting there saying, hey, no, your authentic self is where you come from the inside. And you exercise your right from the inside. You exercise your greatness from the inside. You step in with all your flaws and your failures and your flaws, and you come forward and you take good risks and you create your happiness. Because when you create your happiness, when you discover that who you are is who God say you are, whether you got flaws, faults, or failures, honey, that is your authentic self. When you embrace who you are, your natural beauty, when you embrace yourself and say, hey, this is me and nobody else. Because, honey, it is hard to be somebody else. Let me tell you, it is hard to be somebody else. Me trying to be her? It is hard being somebody else. It's a lot of work because you got to take on people personality and all that good stuff. It's a lot of work. I don't want to take on nothing but the best version of myself. Yep. So I am your host, Verona Willis-Brown, and this is our new episode of the Question Live Show. Now listen to me. Today is a holiday. It is one of the newest holiday in this side of the world. It is not a new holiday, but it's just got to its foundation. It just got to the stability. It just got to all the sprinkle on it, and it just got set in place as an official holiday, which is considered Juneteenth. June to June. Yep, indeed. So we want to say, actually, Juneteenth got different days, right? In some countries, we talk about Emancipation Day. Yes. Well, now today, let us know that today is now considered Emancipation Day in the heart of America. It is considered Emancipation Day. Okay, because so many people know it as Juneteenth, but another name for it is Emancipation Day or Black Independence Day. Or Jubilee Day or Juneteenth Independence Day or Juneteenth National Independence Day. So you see, it's a lot of days, a lot of name just for this one day. So it is considered a big thing. It's a big thing because when one holiday could have all these other names, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. So we want to say to all the people out there in America who's into this June 19, Juneteenth, Emancipation Day, we want to say to you, hey, hello, we want to celebrate with you as well. So we want to say hi. It's your Black Independence Day. Happy Independence Day. We are going to go into some stuff talking about Independence Day, what it really means for Juneteenth and all that stuff. But before we go into all of what this June to June mean, June to Juneteenth mean, and all that good stuff, I want to say to you, welcome. Hearty welcome to you. Welcome. If this is your first time tuning in on this platform, if this is your first time, whoa, absolutely first time. You never heard of the Question Live Show before. You never heard of the All You Free Enough platform before. And of course, you never heard of Verona Willis-Brown before. But somehow you're browsing through social media and you see a live going on this platform, and you click it and you're like, oh, let me see what's going on, because curiosity, they say, kill the cat. But did you know? Satisfaction, bring it back. So if you scrolling and you see live somewhere and you're like, oh, let me join in to see what's going on. Welcome. Put in the comment section right there. Put in the comment section that it is your first time by waving your hand, typing your name, or say me. So what? I could acknowledge your presence. Oftentimes we go through life. We go through life and we don't get acknowledged. And like I mentioned before, Juneteenth is one of those moments. It's called the acknowledgement. I'm saying it is the time where they acknowledge Black independence. Okay, so I want to acknowledge you. If this is your first time, I want to acknowledge your presence here. Yes. So let me know that it is your first time tuning in and you are here. You are popping in. You want to say hi to me. I want to say hi to you and all that good stuff. So let me tell you about this, since this is your first time tuning in. Listen, this is a platform where we come on in. Oops, hold on a second. Let's see. Wow. Where we come on in and we inspire you, we empower you, but most of all, what we do, we support each other. We say this is a platform where we stand for education. We stand where we inspire you. Let me tell you, education is not just about you going into a classroom. We stand where we educate you, but we have some. We use a lot of F word over here. Yes, we do. We use a lot of F word over here. And what are those F word? F word meaning fun, family, faith. We use those F words over here. Because of those F words, we say, come on in and be a part of the family. Right, family. Right, come on in and be a part of the family. F is for family over here. And those are the words that we use over here. This is a solid, positive platform. We have said hello, one for one, and one for all. We stand together. Now, for those of you who've been here, this is your second, third, fourth, anytime after first, it is your time here. I want to say to you, welcome. It is good to be back. You know that we took a break. We took a break for a while. And it's good to return to the platform. We're coming in with an upgrade. And for those of you who've been here, you know that I came in with an upgrade yesterday. Did you notice? Because I came in with an upgrade yesterday. For those of you who've been here. For those of you who have not been here, this is the upgraded host. Okay, I am the upgraded host. So I want to say to you, if you've been here more than one time, I want to say to you, welcome. You know, when you show up, I show up. We just show up together because what? We are all on this journey called life. Yep, we are all on this journey called life. And there's something called success. Now, you listen to me. Every time we hear this word success, the first thing that probably pop in our head is money. Okay? Success is not really always about having a vast amount of money. It's about being rich, but it's not always about being wealthy. Okay? Success is defined by each one of us. Every one of us have our own definition. Maybe someone says their success is about the amount of wealth that they gather. But maybe someone's success might be in that they sit on the street with somebody and they put a smile on somebody's face. Maybe success for somebody else is saying, hey, I'm trickling something inside of you that's going to ignite your passion. Maybe your success story said, I am going to help lift up humanity by being the support that the hopeless people need. So however you define success, let me remind you or inform you that success cannot be defined by itself. No one can succeed by themselves, okay? No one. Absolutely no one can succeed by themselves. It doesn't matter how you define success. It cannot be defined by yourself. We need each other so we can build together, grow together, and be stronger together. You don't believe me? Let me tell you something. Whether you are the president, the prime minister, the governor, the mayor, student, or teacher, it doesn't matter what position you hold. Whether you are the pilot, whether you are the engineer, you did not get there by yourself. No. You did not get there by yourself. You cannot get there by yourself. If you look in a political cabinet, they have a team. Yes, indeed, they have a team. And because they have a team, they work together so they can fulfill a purpose. They work together so they can build a common goal. And that's why we are here on this platform, to come together so we can build a common goal and strive together. So welcome to this platform. Again, we are going to talk a little bit about what today is all about. It's today, tomorrow, whichever. God bless us with a buy one, get one free day every day. Because I might be here, but somebody is already up in Thursday, honey. It's Wednesday for me. It might be Thursday for somebody else. Why? Because we are a global platform. I mean, absolute global. So it is good night, good morning, up in here, up in here. It is not Friday for nobody yet. It is Thursday. It is Friday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it's always a buy one, get one free. And that's what I'm talking about when we talk about overflow, honey. We talk about God bless us. God bless us with some overflow, and we got to be grateful. Let us be grateful for what we get. And I don't got to tell you what to be grateful for. It's just an attitude of gratitude that is required for us to get our blessing. When we don't want to be grateful and we wonder why we are not being blessed, check in, okay? We got to be grateful so we can get our blessing. And as I mentioned, we're in the season of overflow. The more grateful you are, is the more abundance will flow. And abundance don't have to do with money. Let us get these words correct. If I say abundance, I am not talking about money and prosperity. It's about abundance of kindness, love, peace, tenderness, compassion, less judgment. That is what we are talking about, abundance. Because we get these words and we put them in a bucket of what we want them to be. So when we hear success, we might only think about money. When we hear abundance, we might only think about money. But success and abundance are not only about money. It is about we exercising the right to be peaceful people. We exercising the right to love on somebody. We exercise the right to be supportive of somebody. Again, support is not about you paying no money. Support is you showing up and you are saying, I'm showing up to support you, sister. Why? I'm just here to just say, I'm present. You might click like, share, invite somebody to come on in. That is support. So support, again, is not about me saying, give me $1 or $2. Support is not about money at all times. Support simply mean, hey, sis, I'm just going to be here listening to you. What can I learn from you? Bro, you talking a thing or two. Support simply mean you are encouraging the next person. Support simply mean that you are showing up and I'm being inspired by you showing up. That's what we want to get. We want to establish these things. So let us not have a misunderstanding of words. It is time for us to start seeing things at a higher level where we are just not looking at it in the poverty way. Support me, support me. Support me don't mean that you have to buy something from somebody. Right? So that is what we want to talk about, and we want to emphasize on these things. Because we are all going on this journey. We are all getting there. And here I like to encourage you to write things up, because here we like to drop juicy content. And that's what she told me. Yep, she told that host back here. She told me that we drop juicy content and golden nuggets. And we would like to talk about those things that when we call them juicy content. Why are they calling juicy content? Because when we get something, especially food, good. Okay? I want to establish this before we go any further. For those of you who are new, let me wave to you. 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 Let sister wave to you as well. I want to say to you that, my background is Jamaican. I'm from the farmer's background, because I always talk about myself as the farmer's little girl. Yeah. I grew up on the farm. So I know what it is to go on the farm and do all that good stuff. So I always consider myself here as the farmer's baby girl that grew up into this farmer's daughter. Okay, I'm the farmer's daughter. So at most time newbies, because you are newbies, so you don't know. So I like to go over this with you. Most of the time when I am talking about either the title of the show or the content that I drop in here, I usually get the farmer's background and I use the analogy of something about the farmer's background, and I put it and I put it together so we can relate that topic. Because every single thing, and I mean absolutely just about, I think everything starts with a seed. So now you see when I say I'm a farmer's background girl, I like to use a farmer's background, especially when I talk about a seed. When we are talking about a seed, I'm talking about watching my parents plant a seed and water that seed, nourish that seed, and watch that seed grow into a tree, bear fruit. And that is exactly, we as human beings, that is exactly what happened. What happened? A seed is planted inside of us and we bring forth children. No, we are not only talking about a literal child. Seed planted in us is our gifts and our talents as well. So we like to tap into our gifts and our talent and replenish the earth, because that is our sole purpose on this earth, to replenish the earth. So when we use our gifts and our talent, they are seeds. You didn't know that? They are seeds. They're seeds that got dropped inside of us, and we call them gifts and talents. And we bring forth those gifts and talents and we work them. And I say, hello, what gift do you have? What talent do you have? How can we put them together and replenish the earth so we can bear fruit? Because that is the whole purpose of life, is to bear fruits. Some people bear negative fruits, but hey, in my farmer's background, those are called bad fruits. Do we eat those? No. We throw those out. So it's the same thing as a bad fruit. When we are exercising negativity, those are considered bad fruits. So what we do, we don't entertain them. No, absolutely not. So I encourage you that you got to search in, get in, dig in, find that fertile ground. And if it's not fertile, honey, do some cultivation. How are we doing this cultivation? We are going to find those magnet areas that pour into our soul, that pour into our gifts and talents, so we can rise up and bear fruits. We cannot go to our grave with hidden fruits inside our belly. We cannot go to our grave with hidden fruits inside of our soul. No, we should not have that perception of life. No, because when we do that, we are making the grave rich. Why should we do that? Nothing can happen from the grave. The grave is dead. Nothing, no fruit cannot be bare. We cannot have no fruit in the grave. No, absolutely not. So I call on each and every one of you to get inside yourself, find that place, that fertile ground, cultivate it, and let's start till that ground so something can spring up. We want something to spring up out of your belly. We want something to spring up out of your soul. We want that tree to spring up out of your womb and bear fruit, so we can, share and replenish the earth. Okay. Now we talk about June to June. What is June to June? Well, today is considered Juneteenth, as I mentioned before. I like to talk about this because there is a lady, and I'm going to talk about her in just a little bit. June to Juneteenth. What is Juneteenth? What is Juneteenth? What is Juneteenth? It is a Black Independence Day, otherwise known as Emancipation Day. Okay, it is considered Emancipation Day, and I'm going to go over Juneteenth just a bit. Let us talk about Juneteenth just a little bit here. Oops, where is it? So what is Juneteenth, and when did Juneteenth start? When did Juneteenth start? And what is it? How did we get to this point where we are talking about Juneteenth in 2024? Juneteenth started a while back. See, she's saying, she's popping up. I told her every time she pop up, it's like, oh, girl, don't be whispering nothing in my ears. I know what I'm saying. Juneteenth started a while back, okay? Juneteenth started a while back. So we might just be getting to the point of accepting, of bringing it forward, but it started a while back. So as we celebrating it now in 2024, let me inform you on something. Juneteenth started since 1865. Hello? You know how many years that is? From 1865? All the accountant people out there and the math genius and the number people, all of y'all out there who like to do that math thing and maths and all that stuff. Wait, let's pause for a second. Let me tell you something before we do all of that. On this show, we like to celebrate. Yep, on this show, we like to celebrate. So whether it is your birthday, your anniversary, your boo's birthday, your children's birthday, your children graduated, because we're in the season of graduation and wedding and all that stuff. If you got proposed to, if you're having a baby, if you had a baby, if your baby's birthday is today, all sort of stuff. If you develop yourself a little bit more. If you develop yourself a little bit more, yes, indeed, we would like to celebrate you. If you make an extra step, we would like to celebrate, because here we like to celebrate whether it is your small win or big win. When we celebrate the small win, it will give us more courage to celebrate the big win. So whatever is it that you want to celebrate, we would like to acknowledge you and celebrate you. Yes, I do have a cheerleading squad that come on in and we celebrate together. It is graduation. So have you graduated? Your children, your godchildren, your next door neighbor, somebody graduated? Put it in the comment section. Let me give a shout out to that. Yesterday we shout out our little princess in Jamaica who came in top of her class with all these degrees, Lord of mercy, certificates, honey, of honor. We celebrated her yesterday. So if you have a grandchild or so forth, we would like to celebrate such. So we celebrate a lot over here. We do. We kind of like our little silent parties, but we get in the celebration mode. You know, we get a little thing and we do all a lot of stuff over here. So yes, as we talk about celebration, that's our celebration. This is why we want to celebrate Juneteenth. So let's go back to Juneteenth as we are celebrating in the Black Independence Day or Emancipation Day. So America got Emancipation Day. Okay, Jamaica, I'm from Jamaica. So Jamaica been having Emancipation Day. So yes, indeed. So now America, you got Emancipation Day. So let us talk about what is Juneteenth. When did Juneteenth started? I was mentioning it when idea came that we got to celebrate. It started since June 19th, which is today for my time, 1865. Audience, listen up. 1865. Honey, that's a whole how many years back? That's a whole long time from here. That's way back yonder. Okay, it started way back then. And it started where? Okay, Texas. Galveston, Texas. Anybody from Texas up in here? We want to say, Texas, we are praying for you, honey. I heard that you're experiencing some stuff down there. But as we're talking about Texas, that this Juneteenth thing, this Emancipation Day, this Black Independence Day started up in Texas. And I'm very much aware today. I got some awareness that Texas is going through some stormy stuff going on up in there. Texas, we sending prayers out for you on this day that we are celebrating. Okay, so yes, so Juneteenth started up in Texas. So what was this all about? What was this Texas state of Texas on June 19? What was it all about? Anybody know? So let me talk about it. What was this what it was talking about? You see, this platform, it says, "Are you free enough?" So if you didn't pay attention, look back right there. Look there. It says, "Are you free enough?" That is the platform that you are on. Yeah, that is the question. You see the show? You see what's happening? Wink, wink, wink. You see what is happening? The show is called the Question Live Show. Where is that coming from? All you free enough. That they just work together. That's what I'm talking about when we work together. The show and the platform, they're working together. The show name as well as the platform working together. Are you free enough? That is the question. Now you get it? After all this while, I explained it to you. So if you're new, if you've been here and you didn't know, I know I just explained what is happening. So when you see me keep on saying, and when you hear me keep on saying, we have to work together, because I have a hidden message. The hidden message, I just revealed what it is. When we're talking about Juneteenth, Juneteenth is talking about the enslavement of the people, right? The enslavement of the people. And when Juneteenth came about, it is saying that all, not some, not 5%, not 2%, not 3%, not 4%. All is very important. It says all enslaved people in the state were free according to federal law. All people, let us get this together, because I like to talk about things in the real way. When we are saying something is all, we are saying every single thing, every single one, everybody. All simply mean everybody, everything. So if we are saying all, if we are saying everybody in your household, all the people must be accounted for in your household, all your family members, all the children, all the students, all of social media, all of that. When we are saying, we are including everything on everybody. So when we are saying Juneteenth, saying that all people in the state are free, all the enslaved, simply mean that the slaves in this state were not free. Ta-da! They were not free. So if the federal law came about on June 19, 1865, saying, hello, it is written. It is written. I like to tell you to write things down. Write things down. Yeah, it's very important, because when you write things down, it is more valid. If I say it, you might go over your head. But when it is written, it is solid. It is sitting there, solid print. It, as they would say, in black and white, right? I guess in black and white, because you have the book and the book is white and the pen ink should be black. It's very important that we use black ink. I don't know how many of you know that it's good when you use black ink, because black ink don't erase that easy. Yeah. So put it in black ink. And maybe it was in black ink. I don't know. Dip it in the feather, dip a feather in some ink and write it. Whatever you write with, that is okay. But what they're saying is all enslaved people were free by the federal law. So simply mean all those people in Texas, Galveston, Texas, that were slave. They went on and like, listen, hello, people, right about now, we have it declared that you are free. What does freedom mean to you? All those people in 1865, when they show up and they say, excuse me, by the federal law of the state of Texas, we are saying that you are free. Now for you, for me, for us who are here in 2024, what does freedom mean to you? How do you define freedom? Because then in 1865, I don't know how those people react, because of course we weren't there. So however did the chain remove from them, Did the chain on their wrist, on the ankle, remove? Click, click, click. Hey, go on about your business. Do whatever you want to do. We don't care. Just go on. We're not going to come after you. All that stuff. What happened? We don't know. Did they live to tell the story? We don't know. We are just saying at this very moment, now they are putting that day and they made it an official holiday and they're bringing it here to say it is Emancipation Day. It is now an official holiday where they say it's Emancipation Day. Emancipation simply means you are free. But let us talk about freedom for a second. Free simply means in the physical sense that you don't have no chain, you don't have nobody dictating, all that good stuff and all that good stuff. But you see, there are different places and there are different levels and there are different categories of freedom, right? So in that time, they might say you are free to leave this plantation and go about your business, build your own family, build your own thing, do whatever you want to do, and so forth. You are no longer under the mastership of us. You can go live out there, go to another state. They might have told them you can go to another state. You know, they might say, hey, go across to the south, that south side, north side, wherever. You are free. We're not going to come after you. But in this very time, as we talk about freedom, honey, there are different levels of freedom. There are different categories of freedom. So let us talk about that was physical free. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Who sang that? Oh, a great legend. Mental slavery is still a part of the culture. Mental slavery is still a part of the community. Mental slavery, emancipate yourself. Simple mean mental slavery, because what? The chain still locked in our mind. The chain of 1865 is still with us. At what point will those chains be gone? When we get into that place to say that we define freedom. When we evolve into our authentic self. We got to evolve into our authentic self so we can be free. That is emancipation of the mind. It is freedom of the mind. So many times we are going through life and we hear the word that we are not free. You see the platform say, are you free enough? Are you free enough mentally? Are you free enough emotionally? Are you free enough spiritually? Are you free enough financially? Are you free enough socially? Are you free enough, period, to evolve into your authentic self? Are you free enough to define your own freedom? You see, somewhere in this emancipation proclamation, declaration, somewhere in this, there's somebody, the mastermind behind this. They call her the grandmother of Juneteenth. Because somewhere along the line, somebody have to say, I am not free enough. Somewhere along the line, a group of people going to say that we are not free. Somewhere along the line, are we free enough to love on each other, to support each other, to stand with each other? Are we free enough? So somewhere in all of this, somebody said, I am not free. A group of people might say, we're not free. So what defines your freedom, audience? What defines your freedom? So whether you are watching me on live or on a replay, or you're just going to glimpse 5 minutes of this, what defines your freedom? How do you define your freedom? The same way I asked the question, what defines success to you? How do you define your success? That we all have different definition of success. What defines your freedom? What makes you free? Somewhere in some previous episode of this show, I had the opportunity to interview two inmates. Inmates simply mean that they're behind bars. Bars, literal bars. They're in prison. They're locked up in federal prison. Well, good news, one of them came home. Home. Okay? And when I had that opportunity to talk with them, they were free mentally because they were achieving so much behind bars. They were locked in because what? They were chained up. They were not chained up where they could not talk to me. They were behind bars. When you are behind bars, that simply means your freedom is limited. But they were free mentally, educationally. They were free because what? They were building up themselves behind bars. They were bestseller authors behind bars. They were being mentors behind bars. So mentally, educationally, they were free. But physically, socially, they were limited. But they were supporting each other. So the point is, we must support each other. So when I did those interviews, I sat there and I was amazed. Why? Because I had the notion that they were not free enough to even speak to me on a live. We had a live interview. It was a live show. If you want to see that live show, it is some season back. You will see. Okay? I had the notion that they were not free enough to do that. That they were so restricted. So are we so restricted that we cannot evolve into our authentic self? Are we is society restricted so much that mentally, emotionally, we are still locked into that mental slavery that we cannot be evolved? Audience, you have the permission to evolve. Yes, you do. You have the permission to evolve because oftentimes society says you are not supposed to do this until this. You are not supposed to achieve this until that. You are not supposed to have this until this. Society oftentimes says that. But how many of you know that society don't have to define your freedom in that manner? No, it is up to you. Because greatness lies deep inside of us, and it's up to you to get inside that greatness, tap into that greatness, tap in on your DNA, and bring forth those fruits of greatness. Yes, be supportive of each other so you can ignite each other's flame and bring those up. Yeah. See, when I left Jamaica, I did not know anything about all this Juneteenth and all this stuff. I did not know anything about slavery and all this stuff. And I honestly go and say to you, slavery was not even a thought for me. Growing up in Jamaica, born in Jamaica, and I mean not Jamaica, Queens, honey. I'm talking about Jamaica, the island, the most beautiful place in the world. I didn't know anything. I was just not educated on the slavery stuff. No, that was not a part of my teaching. That was not a part of my household. That was not a talk. The slavery stuff was not a part. No, it was not a conversation. So when I got aware, when I entered, when I migrated, and I learned about the slavery stuff, I was like, ooh, what? What am I supposed to do with that? When I learned about all this black and white stuff, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, who black? What is that? I didn't know anything. And I honestly telling you, I had no idea. When they're like, oh, you're a black woman. I'm like, who? A black woman? I'm a woman. I was never considered a black woman. I was born into a family that was not a topic. I was born into a culture that was not a topic for me. So when you say that, oh, you are a black woman, I'm like, ooh, what? What does that mean? It's a man and a woman. That's all I know. Man, woman, boy, girl. That's it. That was it. Okay. So now when I'm learning black independence, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, now I got into the educational part of learning that black over here and white over there and all of that stuff. I got into all of that. I learned all of that. I got in all of that. I got it. So I'm bringing that up to say I like to talk about myself. I like to talk about my own story because nobody else can talk about my story but me. If y'all want to talk about my story, then y'all gonna try. But I am the best person to talk about my story. So when I learned all this black stuff, it was just like, woo! What am I supposed to do with all of that? Who black? No. So I'm not taking anything from anybody, but I want to talk about being a woman by itself, a powerful woman, because the mastermind, the grandmother behind this Juneteenth is a woman. Did y'all know that? It's a woman. I like to talk about us women because women, we are life bearers. Women, we are the one that bring forth seed to become president and prime minister and world leaders. We women are that powerful. We carry an entire human being inside of our body. So when we have the grandmother of Juneteenth, darling, is a woman. This call for my, our sister Opal Lee, the activist, who said, hello, we gonna bring this forth. Let's talk about it, okay? So we want to celebrate, as we like to celebrate on the show. We are celebrating Juneteenth, but we would like to celebrate the fact that it is a woman who is the grandmother, the activist, Opal Lee, who said, excuse me. Let's honor this here. Let's honor this day that all of y'all out there. Let's consider this Black Emancipation Day, Black Independence Day, Emancipation Day, whatever. Our sister Opal Lee says, let's do this, okay? She said, let's do this. So we want to stop for a moment. And if you want to put in the comment section that Juneteenth, we want to celebrate our Opal Lee, who is behind this. We want to celebrate her and say, sister, you did a thing, honey. We're not even going to be mad. We're not even going to be mad. We want to celebrate you. And we say, yes, indeed. Theta is in the background. Theta is a VIP. She's in the background. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Theta, for being here. She's a VIP to us here. And she's celebrating her birthday. Say happy birthday to Theta. And her granddaughter is an honor outstanding student. So we celebrating them as well. Yes, I'll say happy birthday to our VIP Theta. So yes, so Juneteenth is a woman in the background. I see that it says she's in the background listening. A woman who is an activist that brought forth this lovely thing and said, listen, we ain't playing. We coming up in here to talk about Juneteenth, okay? So we want to celebrate our sister Opal, what's her name? Opal Lee. We want to celebrate her for her wonderful work. And as this became a federal, okay, it's just not just a holiday now. It is a federal holiday. And as a matter of fact, because Juneteenth been around since 1865, let me tell you something. Because Juneteenth been around since 1865, it became a federal holiday in 2021. So guess what? We are doing something. We are doing something. We are growing. We are striving. We are making headway. And as we're making headway, I want to say that our sister Opal Lee, she has a quote that I want to talk about, because I said this over and over and over, and I'm going to be like what they will say in Jamaica, a broken record. I am going to say it over and over until we get somewhere with it. That we have to support each other to make something, to create something, to replenish the earth. We have to support each other to achieve a goal. We have to support it. It is a requirement for us to work together. Nobody cannot work together and achieve something. Absolutely not. So however you are celebrating Juneteenth right now, I want to read this quote to you that came from the grandmother of Juneteenth, which is Opal Lee. She said this, and she said just what I've been saying in her own words. She said, we are not free until we are all free. We've got so many things that we need to attend to. And I contend we can do it so much better if, here is the if we all on the same page. What is she saying? We all must work together. We all must work together. That is what she is saying. She said that until we are on the same page, we cannot achieve the thing, okay? We cannot achieve the goal. We say like, oh, we want change. Sam Cooke did the song, change is coming. Change is here. Audience, change is not coming. Change is not coming. Change is here. Until we get what she's saying, just what I've been saying, that until we understand that being on the same page, I mean, some of the page might go bumpy and somebody might scratch on the page, but until we get this mentality that we must work together, things will not achieve. We must be on the same page. She said, we have so much to accomplish and so much to do, so many things to get accomplished. But we must be on the same page. And to be on the same page, it starts from the mind. It is a mental thing to be on the same page. Let us not tear each other down. I want to say, talking about tearing each other down. Let us not tear each other down because everybody is not moving on the same page with us. If you are not on the page with me, that's okay. We are in the same book. How about that? Okay? If you are not achieving the way I am achieving, you don't have the right to cut me down either. If you are not achieving what I expect you to achieve, I don't have the right to cut you down. I saw this couple days ago. It was Father's Day. And I saw men cutting down men in our culture or wherever. Men cutting down men to say that they are this, that, they're not this, they're irresponsible, they're deadbeat. Please don't do that. If you are seeing a man that is not achieving at a pace, it's okay. It is okay because everybody don't achieve at the same page. But you don't have the permission to cut down another man or another woman, another human being, because they are not achieving what you are achieving. They are not achieving at your pace. You don't have the right to tell them that they are a deadbeat dad because they are not holding up their responsibility. They're doing what they're doing because that's what they went. That's all they know how to do. So guess what's going to happen? We said, fathers, you will be fathers until the day you die into eternity, because that is a title that came from a seed out of your loins. A seed released out of your loins that became a child, and that put you from a man to a father. So whether you not living up to your responsibility as a father, that is on you. So no other man who is living up to their responsibility should not cut down that other person, should not judge the other person, should not sit there and speak negatively about another person. The more negative you speak about something, is the less it will grow. So let us start dropping some positivity and plant some good seed as we go on. we are going to achieve some things. And we are in the season of overflow. Let us pour in some water. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in into this episode of Juneteenth Time. However you're celebrating Juneteenth, go ahead, be safe. And just know that emancipation starts with the mind. Let us get into the mind. Let us build a mentality of freedom. Question lies, or you free enough? Have yourself a great night or a great morning, whatever time it is in your time zone. See you on the next go around, which might just be tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thank you so much for tuning in.